Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering should we be giving the Knicks a break? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates, all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, congratulations to the New York Knicks. You made it to the second round, and you went home to the Indiana Pacers versus them in 7 games. Essentially, you had your starting 5 all out with injuries. Essentially, some of them tried to play. Jalen Brunson broke his hand in the final game. You had Josh Hart, who had the abdomen injury. You had the number of guys that were injured, from Julius Randle to Mitchell. The names go on. Everybody in the starting 5, plus a couple other people were hurt. Mind you, the Indiana Pacers dealt with injuries. Everybody dealt with injuries. No matter, every team in the NBA playoffs had somebody that was hurt. So what we have to do is we have to normalize not giving participation trophies and not saluting too much to, y'all gave y'all best. Because in the end, the season was a failure. And you could speak to what Jalen Brunson said at the end, and he was very particular because he asked the question, did we win the championship? Did we come close to it? Those are 2 questions that he asked the reporter. The reporter replied no to both. So therefore, he said the season was a failure. The goal is to hoist the championship at the end of the season. The goal is to make sure that you're the last team standing and you're the last team that has the last win of the regular season and the playoffs as well. And if the Knicks did not do that, they failed. Now, mind you, kudos, golf claps, participation trophies for everybody. Everybody deals with injuries in the NBA playoffs. Pelicans dealt with it. Lakers dealt with it. Denver dealt with it. The Knicks definitely dealt with it. A lot of teams deal with it. But the goal is to compartmentalize all that inside and still suck it up and be able to actually go out there and fight and win. It would be different if everybody was healthy and no one dealt with injuries. It would be different if, you can predict it or play it on a video game and no one got hurt. But unfortunately, injuries do happen. And that's why you have to build your team deep enough to be able to withstand an injury to a superstar or a player or an all-star or anybody. You have to build your team well more than just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Because the New York Knicks run a 5-man rotation, sometimes 6 or 7, it makes it tough because you put a lot of miles on your body. You put a lot of damage on your body. So Tom Thibodeau has a system, and he believes in that system, and that system's been successful, so he's going to continue to run players into the ground. Sometimes your body is exhausted. You don't realize it, you don't know it until the end where you're running on fumes or you're running on injuries. So the New York Knicks have to do something differently game plan-wise, I feel like. But one thing we do know, the Knicks don't need Julius Randle any further. They can move him in the offseason because they can get another piece there that's either a guard, a larger guard, or a larger shooting player, whether it be small forward or shooting guard, to where they can take some of that off of Brunson's hands. Now, Brunson's a better playmaker than a better point guard, but essentially if you get a guy that can score in there with him, you essentially take the load off him a little bit, and that makes him more valuable in the 3-point contest as far as shooting, as far as getting guys assists more. You want to spread your team out a little bit further and be able to shoot all over the place and still be able to get rebounds. I feel like the Knicks are a player away from competing for an NBA title, and I think that position comes open once you get rid of Julius Randle. So I think we shouldn't be hard on the Knicks, but we should tell you, hey, you didn't finish what you're supposed to. But at the same time, the Knicks have a bright future. They just have to make some better moves. So what do you Knicks fans think? What do you NBA fans think? Should we give them a break? Should we be hard on them? Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. We'll see you on the very next video.